those who make light of it being of importance, what you may call a kid and its impact on the child. One of my best friends, her mom owned a daycare center way before my son was ever born. But I remembered her saying to the parents, the kid's not bad. You don't say that he's bad. You say that he's doing bad things. And decades later, when I had my son Kyle, I remembered that. And I would always say whenever he did something that he should not have, that I wanted him to stop doing that bad thing and to not do bad things. And every time I would say that to him, maybe he was around 5, he would always cry. And I would ask him, why are you crying? And he would always say, because you said that I'm bad. And I said, I did not say that you're bad. I said that you were doing bad things. He'd cry a little longer, and maybe months would go by, and there he was doing something else he wasn't supposed to do, or hitting a friend, or it could have been anything, and just again saying to him that I wanted him to stop doing bad things. And then one other time when there it was again, I said, why are you crying? Again, because you said that I'm bad. Again, no, I did not. I said that you're doing bad things. And he just kept on crying, and he said, you're calling me bad, and it means that I'm going to grow up and I'm going to be a bad guy and I'm going to rob banks. Because he watched cartoons, and that's what the bad guys did. They put on silly costumes and go in and rob banks and do other things. And the thing is, kids, when they don't have all the answers, they're filling the holes in their head. You don't know how they're coming up with their answers, and they don't know to ask. They believe that they're right in what they're thinking. My gig is little brown boys. Be careful what you're calling them, because just like my 5-year-old thought that his destiny was to be a bad guy, a bank robber, there's just no way that our little boy's hearing people call young brown men those acronyms, that they're not thinking that that's what I'm going to be one day, because they're looking at themselves growing up. How could they not think that? Especially what if there's one that killed, and then that's what he's being called. It has to be so petrifying. It's going to be petrifying for some, but then for others, they're walking into their destiny. You're not having any greater expectations of them, that is what they are to become. It's not self-fulfilling prophecy, because they're not doing that themselves. It's adults that are doing that. Stop it. They're young men falling short in this department, in that area, this and that. Where do you think they come from? They weren't just born 40 and being an asshole, or they weren't just born and at 30 they started to be a deadbeat. It starts right now while they're little. That's grooming in the way that it was meant to be. But of course, it has negative connotations. But groom them into young men.